Mass Effect 2 places you in the boots of Commander Shepard, humanity's elite soldier, as you lead a suicide mission to stop an existential alien threat known as the Collectors. The game is a space epic that rivals Star Wars with galaxy-spanning exploration, complex alien civilizations, a deep, branching narrative full of consequence, high-stakes moral choices that affect the entire trilogy. Mass Effect 2 is an extraordinary science fiction adventure. It's one of the finest RPGs of all time. Every decision you make affects the story, not just in Mass Effect 2, but in the entire trilogy. Whether you're building trust with your squad, choosing who lives or dies, saving or destroying alien species, forming alliances or rivalries, your choices lead to radically different outcomes, making every playthrough personal and unique. If you import your save from Mass Effect 1, the game remembers all your past decisions. It's one of the few games that truly makes you feel responsible for everything that happens. One of Mass Effect 2's most iconic features is its incredible cast of squad mates, each with deep personal stories, unique combat styles, and loyalty missions. Memorable characters include Garrus Vakarian, the Turian sharpshooter and ex-cop Tali Zora, brilliant Quarian engineer Thane Krios, a dying assassin with a poetic soul, Jack, a biotic powerhouse with a tortured past, and Mordin Solus, the fast-talking Salarian scientist. Unlike the original game, Mass Effect 2 introduces tight third-person shooter combat while preserving RPG depth, squad-based tactics with pause and command mechanics, customizable loadouts, and weapon upgrades. Unique powers like biotic throws, tech mines, and overloads. The combat is smooth, punchy, and deeply strategic, rewarding both gunplay and smart ability use. With its stunning cinematic cutscenes, voice acting from stars like Martin Sheen, Yvonne Strahovski, and Jennifer Hale, Mark Meer, heart-pounding score by Jack Wall. Mass Effect 2 delivers a deeply emotional and cinematic experience. The game's final mission, known as the Suicide Mission, is one of the most intense choice-driven endings in video game history. Skyrim transports players to the frozen northern province of Tamriel, a land teeming with snow-capped mountains, ancient ruins, deep forests of Amoyes, and fire-breathing dragons. Unlike many open-world games, Skyrim offers true player freedom. Go anywhere at any time, ignore the main story, and forge your own path. Become an assassin, mage, thief, warrior, or all of the above. It's hard to exaggerate how immersive Skyrim is. You don't just play Skyrim, you live in it. You play as the Dragonborn, a mortal with the soul of a dragon. You can speak the mythical language of dragons, use powerful shouts, Thu'um, and are destined to defeat the world-ending dragon Alduin. The main quest is an epic of prophecy, ancient wars, and rebirth. But Skyrim lets you decide how and if you want to fulfill your destiny. Skyrim gives you full control over your character's identity. Master hundreds of skills like destruction magic, stealth, two-handed weapons, enchanting, etc. No class limits. Evolve organically based on how you play. The game doesn't just allow freedom, it celebrates it. With over 300 locations, endless side quests, and rich faction stories, Skyrim is a world that never runs out of content. Join the Dark Brotherhood, Assassins, the Thieves Guild, the College of Winterhold, Mages, the Companions, Warriors, or side with the Imperial Legion or Stormcloaks in a civil war. Plus, DLCs like Dawnguard, Vampire War, Hearthfire, build a home and adopt children, Dragonborn, explore a new island, and fight another Dragonborn. Skyrim has one of the most active and creative modding communities in gaming history. On PC and even consoles, you can install visual overhauls, new lands, weapons, characters, and full story expansions. Use mods like Falskar, Enderal, and Legacy of the Dragonborn. Customize everything from UI to voice acting. There are tens of thousands of free mods, meaning Skyrim can become whatever game you want it to be. No game in history has thrived through mods like Skyrim. It's a platform, not just a game. The soundtrack by Jeremy Soule is legendary, calming, heroic, and haunting. You'll never forget the first time you hear Dragonborn thunder through the speakers. Skyrim's world building and lore are among the deepest in gaming, drawing from 20-plus years of Elder Scrolls history. Elden Ring transports players to the hauntingly beautiful Lands Between, a sprawling world filled with decaying kingdoms, vast ruins, poison swamps, ancient dragons, and walking mausoleums. This is not your typical open world. Every mountain, dungeon, and tree hides secrets. Exploration is non-linear. Go anywhere, anytime, rewarding. Secret bosses, weapons, and story threads. Organic. No cluttered map markers. Curiosity is your compass. Elden Ring takes From Software's trademark Souls-style combat and evolves it into its most polished form. Whether you prefer swords, bows and axes, sorcery and incantations, giant hammers or agile katanas, mounted combat on your loyal steed torrent, you can truly play your way with full freedom to build your own playstyle. The combat is challenging but fair, deeply rewarding, and absolutely exhilarating. No other open-world game has combat that feels this satisfying and dynamic. The mythos and world-building were developed by Hidetaka Miyazaki in collaboration with George R.R. Martin. The result is a mysterious, fragmented narrative that rewards discovery. You piece together factions at war, cursed demigods, shattered runes of power, forgotten kingdoms, and divine beasts. Every item, description, statue, and ruin tells a story. Elden Ring's storytelling respects the player's intelligence and curiosity. From terrifying giants to graceful blade dancers, Elden Ring features over 100 unique boss encounters, each with cinematic flair, memorable music, and heart-pounding challenge. Some of the most iconic bosses: Malenia, Blade of Miquella, Radahn, the Star Scourge, Godric the Grafted, Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy. These encounters are true tests of skill, patience, and strategy, and some of the most unforgettable in gaming history. With multiple endings, build variety, hundreds of weapons and spells, and tons of optional content, Elden Ring is infinitely replayable. It has one of the most active and creative communities in gaming, modders, speedrunners, and lore theorists included. GTA V tells its story through three interconnected protagonists: Michael DeSanta, a retired bank robber struggling with a dysfunctional family; Franklin Clinton, a hustler trying to escape gang life; Trevor Phillips, a chaotic, unpredictable sociopath. You can switch between them at any time, each with their own unique skills, homes, and perspectives. Their storylines converge in explosive, cinematic missions with multiple endings. The fictional state of San Andreas, especially the city of Los Santos, is a massive, meticulously crafted world, inspired by Los Angeles and California. The map includes cities, forests, mountains, deserts, oceans, and military bases, all teeming with life. Activities include stock trading, triathlons, scuba diving, golfing, tennis, buying businesses and properties, car customization, skydiving, and more. Every corner of this world feels alive and reactive, thanks to advanced AI and dynamic events. The world of GTA V is a masterpiece of design and detail. GTA Online is a massively successful multiplayer world where players can form crews, run criminal empires, perform heists with friends, buy mansions, nightclubs, and businesses, fly fighter jets, race custom cars, and roleplay in deep communities. With regular free content updates for over 10 years, GTA Online has become a platform of its own, offering everything from business management to alien invasions. This is one of the most ambitious multiplayer experiences ever created. Despite its age, GTA V has aged incredibly well due to 4K graphics and 60 FPS on next-gen consoles and PC, realistic physics, weather, lighting, and animations, Hollywood-quality voice acting, writing, and soundtrack. Whether you're watching a sunset in the hills or outrunning cops down the freeway, the game feels cinematic, immersive, and alive. You can approach missions stealthily or with guns blazing. But outside of missions, the real fun begins. Cause chaos, rob stores, evade 5-star police chases, or just chill in your sports car listening to real-world radio stations. This level of player freedom, interactivity, and emergent gameplay is unmatched. Set in 1274 during the Mongol invasion of Tsushima, you play as Jin Sakai, a samurai torn between honor and survival. The story captures the spirit of samurai cinema, inspired by directors like Akira Kurosawa. Explore windswept fields, bamboo forests, snowy mountains, and sacred shrines. The guiding wind mechanic leads you naturally to objectives without cluttering the screen with markers, making exploration feel organic and poetic. Master the katana in fast-paced duels, or embrace stealth as the Ghost. You switch between 4 combat stances to counter different enemy types, parry arrows mid-flight, and take down foes with precise strikes. It's one of the best sword combat systems ever made. Jin's transformation from an honorable samurai to a feared ghost is deeply personal and emotionally gripping. Every side mission is crafted with meaning and contributes to the game's depth. Ghost of Tsushima features stunning visuals, traditional Japanese music, a full Japanese voice track, and even Kurosawa mod, which lets you play in black and white with film grain for an authentic samurai film feel. It is set in the 1800s. Hogwarts Legacy lets you live your own magical adventure. You attend classes, get sorted into one of the 4 houses, brew potions, tame magical beasts, and explore the iconic castle and its surroundings. Explore not just Hogwarts, but also Hogsmeade, the Forbidden Forest, and ancient ruins. Dynamic weather, day-night cycles, and rich lore make this world feel alive and immersive. The combat system combines classic RPG elements with fast-paced wand duels, allowing you to string together spells like expellation chips and outcomes. Everything in Hogwarts Legacy is built with love for the source material. The attention to detail makes it a must-play for Harry Potter fans and fantasy RPG lovers. You play as Arthur Morgan, a hardened but complex outlaw in the Van der Linde gang, trying to survive as the Wild West begins to die. This is not just a game, it's an emotional journey with deep moral conflicts, unforgettable characters, and a story filled with loyalty, betrayal, and redemption. Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't just a game, it's a narrative triumph. From snowy mountains to swamps, bustling towns, and vast deserts, RDR2's open world is one of the most detailed and immersive environments ever created. You can hunt, fish, play poker, rob trains, explore abandoned cabins, and interact with hundreds of dynamic NPCs, each with their own schedules and responses to your behavior. Weapons degrade and need cleaning. Arthur grows a real-time beard and Gaines loses weight. Horses build loyalty over time and react to danger. Wildlife is deeply integrated. 200-plus species interact with each other naturally. Weather, mud, blood, and dirt all affect your character realistically. These details make the game feel alive and reactive, more like a historical simulation than a standard open-world title. Characters like Dutch van der Linde, John Marston, Sadie Adler, and Hosea Matthews are complex and multidimensional. You'll grow attached to the gang, making their struggles feel personal and impactful. Arthur's development is one of the most powerful character arcs in video game history. The game looks and feels like a Western film brought to life. The cinematography, dynamic camera angles, and orchestral soundtrack create moments of pure awe, whether you're galloping into a sunrise or caught in a shootout during a thunderstorm. In Witcher 3, you play as Geralt of Rivia, a professional monster hunter searching for his adopted daughter, Ciri, while navigating a world torn apart by war, political intrigue, and dark magic. With hundreds of hours of branching storylines, your choices truly matter and lead to multiple endings. From the war-ravaged lands of Velen to the bustling city of Novigrad and the Nordic Isles of Skellige, the game's world is massive, beautiful, and brimming with life. Every town, forest, and cave has a story or secret waiting to be uncovered. Unlike many RPGs, even the side quests in The Witcher 3 are emotionally powerful, well-written, and deeply immersive. Stories like The Bloody Baron have been praised as better than most main quests in other games. Use swords, magic, signs, potions, and bombs in dynamic real-time combat. You must study enemies and prepare before battle, giving the game a strong tactical edge. Combat is satisfying and encourages smart decision-making. The next-gen update brought ray tracing, 4K textures, performance boosts, and camera enhancements. The original game already looked amazing, but the new version makes it breathtaking. The orchestral soundtrack and voice acting are top tier. Portal revolutionized the puzzle genre by introducing the Portal Gun, a device that lets you create interconnected portals on flat surfaces. This mechanic isn't just unique, it's mind-expanding, requiring you to rethink space, momentum, and physics in new ways. The game is compact, about 2 to 4 hours long, but every level teaches you something new, with increasing complexity. The difficulty scales beautifully, and the final act delivers a perfect crescendo of tension and challenge. You're not alone in the test chambers. You're constantly observed and taunted by GLaDOS, one of gaming's most iconic villains. Her dark humor, dry sarcasm, and eventual descent into menace make her a standout character in video game history. Set in the mysterious Aperture Science Enrichment Center, Portal hides rich world-building behind its sterile walls. You'll find cryptic messages, escape routes, and backstory elements that connect to the larger Half-Life universe. The game's ending, featuring the hit song Still Alive by Jonathan Coulton, has become legendary. Its dark humor and surprise twist elevate Portal from a clever game to a cultural phenomenon. You don't need to be a hardcore gamer to enjoy Portal. Its controls are simple, the pacing is gentle, and it offers a challenge that's satisfying, not frustrating. Perfect for both casual players and puzzle lovers. Half-Life 2 is not just a game. It's a revolution in storytelling, physics, and world building. It raised the bar for narrative-driven FPS games and continues to influence the genre to this day. You play as Dr. Gordon Freeman, a silent theoretical physicist caught in the aftermath of an alien invasion led by the oppressive Combine regime. The storytelling is entirely immersive. There are no cutscenes, and every event unfolds in first person, making you feel like you are the main character. One of the game's most iconic features is the gravity gun, which allows you to manipulate almost any object in the environment. Half-Life 2 was the first game to turn physics into a core gameplay mechanic, influencing countless titles after it. The combined soldiers, zombies, and antlions each have distinct behaviors and tactics. Combat is tense, strategic, and always evolving, making every encounter feel fresh and challenging. From the haunting Ravenholm chapter to high-speed airboat and buggy chases, every level in Half-Life 2 offers unique gameplay experiences. The pacing and variation in action, puzzles, and exploration are still held as gold standards. The dystopian setting of City 17 feels alive. From the distant citadel looming in the skyline to the eerie propaganda broadcasts and whisperings of rebellion. NPCs like Alex Vance and Eli Vance are memorable and human, making you truly care about the world and its fate.